When I first saw that I would be taking English 101 this semester, I thought of the stereotypical English class. Basically, you get a piece of literature, you write about it, you give the instructor what they want in order to get a good grade. Contrary to what I first thought, this class is different than your standard high school English class. One of the earlier differences I noticed was the introduction of the multiple ways of going about writing a paper. I began to realize that there are different paths and plenty of styles to choose from depending on the assignment. In high school, there was really only one way, and it was pretty much the same for every assignment. The main thing I really enjoyed about this class was actually covering the topic of race. With such a controversial topic, I think many people tend to shy away from covering it because they fear it may strike up some sort of conflict, and also the fact that it can create tension or awkwardness within a conversation. I thought it was cool that we could have an open discussion about race and what it means to us without anyone getting offended or taking it too personally. I think often today we see race used as a tool to create unnecessary conflict within society, which I believe really impedes anyone from being able to embrace individuality and their own differences without ridicule. Another thing that interested me from the start was the emphasis on terminology. We looked at the term race and the actual and implied meanings behind it. I always used to see race as what I thought everyone else saw it as. However, what this class allowed me to realize was in fact that everyone has a different concept of race, and that is in fact arbitrary. The effect that this has on terminology is that it really has no definition when used to reference mankind. Since our multiple discussions about race, I often find myself being more in tune when it is brought up in the media or just in a simple conversation. I actually see how much labeling our society does without realizing it, and also that somebody may have a completely different process from another person of how they would describe someone. The interview we viewed in class of Malcolm X, I think, pretty much hits the nail on the head if you're trying to summarize the course throughout the semester. He said that the white man and the black man need to sit down and have a discussion without either of them getting personally offended. I think that especially today, with the amount of conflict we have, this is a no-brainer. I believe that people today are quick to assume that offense is meant in certain statements or situations without having all the facts straight. This issue isn't only one-sided either. The problem lies on all sides of society. I think many people would agree that the wrong way to solve this dilemma is ignoring it or putting it off like we've been doing. Progress can only be made by facing the problem head on.